Okay, let's get one thing straight. If anyone needed proof that Prince Harry's priorities are completely backwards, this is it. This man stayed totally quiet when his own friend Omid Scobie came out swinging in that scandalous royal exposé, literally pointing fingers at King Charles and Princess Catherine, calling them racist. The world was watching, waiting. And Harry? Crickets. Not a word. Not even a weak statement defending his cancer-stricken dad or his sister-in-law. But the second, and I mean the absolute second, a new book dares to suggest that he might have socked his uncle Prince Andrew hard enough to give him a bloody nose. Bam! Suddenly, Harry's sprinting to People magazine like it's a court hearing. And what does his team say? I can confirm neither of those things are true. That's it. Flat-out denial. Fast, clear, no hesitation. Not just denying the alleged punch, but also shutting down claims that Andrew made nasty remarks about Meghan. Insert clip. I can confirm neither of those things are true, his spokesperson said. Where was this energy when his family was being painted as the racist villains of the century? Oh, right. He was sipping tea in Montecito, acting like it wasn't his problem. It's honestly infuriating. Harry will jump in front of the world to defend himself, but when it comes to his father, the king, and Catherine, who's literally going through cancer treatment, total silence. Selfish doesn't even begin to describe it. And don't forget, Scobie didn't pull those allegations from thin air. Please. Harry and Meghan gave him access. That book, it was practically their PR stunt in hardcover form. You think Scobie just made that stuff up? Come on. And what did Harry say when it dropped? Nothing. Not a single peep. But now, the moment a rumor surfaces that he might have clocked his creepy uncle during a family spat in 2013, oh, now it's a full-blown PR emergency. It's not just ego at this point, it's crystal clear what actually matters to Harry, himself. The book that started all this? Not even some random supermarket tabloid. It's by Andrew Lowy, a legit journalist with receipts. According to him, this little royal boxing match went down at a heated family gathering. Apparently, Andrew made some snide comment about Harry behind his back. Harry heard about it, confronted him, and then, boom, bloody nose. And now Harry's like, never happened. Okay, but remember, this is the same Harry who literally admitted in Spare that he got physical with Prince William. He also confessed to blowing up at his own bodyguards. So, are we really supposed to believe he wouldn't throw hands at Uncle Andrew? And here's where it gets juicy. Prince Andrew hasn't denied it. Not a word. Not even a casual, what? That's ridiculous. Nothing. Makes you think, doesn't it? If it wasn't true, wouldn't he want to shut that down ASAP? Especially a guy like Andrew, who's been dodging Epstein-related scandals for years. But nope, silent as ever. And then comes the second half of this bombshell. Apparently, after the punch, Andrew went on a full-on rant. Said marrying Meghan was Harry's worst mistake, allegedly called her an opportunist, said she was too old, and even claimed their marriage wouldn't last a month. Ouch. And honestly, that might be the real reason for Harry's panic press release. Because if people believe that, it makes it seem like everyone, friends, family, the entire royal circle, tried to warn him about Meghan. And he ignored every single one. That's not just embarrassing. It's a full-blown hit to his reputation. And let's be honest, his brand desperately needs some polish right now. Now let's talk about Prince William. Oh, honey, he's done. He's always been the calm one, right? Stoic, diplomatic, maybe even a little too polished. But this has clearly pushed him to his breaking point. Insiders are saying William's long-simmering beef with Andrew is now at full boil. He even calls Andrew some very unflattering nicknames behind the scenes and has been working quietly to get him kicked out of Royal Lodge. You know, that ginormous Windsor estate Andrew just refuses to give up. And honestly, William's not wrong. Andrew's presence there is like a rotten smell that just won't go away. His reputation is toxic, but he still clings to those royal perks like they're his last lifeline. King Charles, bless him, has been trying to play peacekeeper, still letting Andrew keep a sliver of dignity despite the mess. But William, he's not playing that game. Word is, he's just waiting for the crown. Once he's king, bye-bye Andrew, bye-bye Fergie. And as for Harry, yeah, that brotherly bond is frozen solid. Sources say they barely speak, and when they do, cold. William sees Harry as this reckless, emotional mess who's still blind when it comes to Meghan. And honestly, can we blame him? From the Oprah ambush to that ghost-written memoir that basically painted William as an abusive bully, Harry's been lobbing grenades for years, then crying, "I want peace." It's the hypocrisy that's driving people crazy. Harry claims he wants healing, but every time his reputation takes a knock, he finds a way to spin the narrative that puts someone else in the dirt. It's exhausting. And then came the most obvious PR move of all. The magically timed paparazzi pics of Harry, Meghan, and little Archie frolicking on a beach. Enter TMZ, full of syrupy captions like "riding high on life." Oh, please. While the UK summer fades into its usual rainy misery, Harry's clearly loving every bit of the Cali sun. That line? Screams Meghan's PR team, screams it, and look, nobody's fooled. Those pictures were staged within an inch of their life. Too perfect, too sunny, too fake. Even worse, instead of diffusing the drama, the whole thing just made them look even more calculated, like, hey, don't look at the punching scandal, look at our barefoot joy in Malibu. And then, just when we thought the cringe couldn't get worse, Meghan drops a random wine brand promo. And what's the focus? The feet. Yes, seriously. The campaign ended up being all about her feet. You can't make this stuff up. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, her team is crumbling. Rumors are swirling that William Morris Endeavor, the high-powered agency that signed her, is this close to cutting her off. Even Ari Emanuel, Mr. Big Shot agent of Hollywood, is reportedly done. This is the same Meghan who had every door in Hollywood swinging open not long ago. Now, most are slamming shut. And what's worse, she's acting like she's still running some kind of global empire. But all signs are screaming. It's a vanity project on life support. So let's break this down even further. Meghan's biggest issue, it's not just the terrible PR, it's that she seems to have no clue what she actually wants. One day, she's out here trying to be the next Martha Stewart with her artisanal rosé wine drops. And the next, she's suddenly trying to brand herself as some kind of social justice warrior. And let's not even start on the projects. 1 minute, it's a podcast. The next, it's a lifestyle brand, a documentary, a tea line, a new website, a blog, who knows anymore? Everything lasts just long enough to fizzle out, and then it's on to the next shiny thing. There's no plan, no consistency, just a blur of press releases, filtered photos, and hashtags. And you know what's scary? Even her most loyal supporters are running out of things to defend. On her birthday, the kindest thing one of her fans could say was that she looks great for her age. That's it. Nothing about her work, her impact, her career, just her looks. And while yes, Meghan is photogenic, at 44, that can't be the only card you're playing. That's not strategy. That's just desperation wrapped in lip gloss. Behind the scenes, it's worse. The big shot execs and PR agencies that once fawned over her, they're quietly backing away. No one wants to get dragged into the circus. Sources say Ari Emanuel, yes, that Ari, the mega agent, had huge expectations when he signed her. But now, word is he's had enough. He's apparently fed up with Meghan's diva demands, her refusal to take advice, and the drama she brings into every room. She wanted all the control but didn't want to listen to the experts. And when things fell apart, she pointed fingers. That's been Meghan's pattern from day one. Blame the press, blame the palace, blame Hollywood, blame everyone, except herself. And that, folks, is exactly why WME is rumored to be ready to drop her like a hot potato. You can only burn so many bridges before you're standing all alone in the ashes. And now let's talk about Harry. Insert clip. Harry's beachside pics with Meghan and Archie surface on TMZ. That beach photo shoot? Supposed to show a man who's relaxed, present, happy. A proud dad building sandcastles with his son and soaking up California sunshine. But if you look closer, really look, the cracks are showing. That cheeky, confident royal we all remember? Gone. In his place is someone who seems lost. Like he doesn't know who he is anymore or where he's going. His image is stuck in limbo, born royal but voluntarily exiled, and it's not working. Netflix, cooling off, Spotify, they already dropped them. Their Archewell Foundation, still technically alive, sure, but its name is now buried under headlines full of chaos, not charity. And the sad part, they need a win right now, not just for their public image, but for their bank accounts, for their careers, for everything. But every move they make feels more desperate than the last. People are asking, what's the end game here? Because this PR whack-a-mole, it can't last forever. At some point, the work has to speak for itself. And right now, there's barely any work to point to. Even their kids, Archie and Lilibet, who everyone agrees should be protected and kept private, only seem to appear when there's a strategic reason, a staged photo to shut down rumors, a sweet clip to soften the scandal. It's like every family moment is treated as a chess move instead of just life. And that's the problem. Everything with Harry and Meghan feels like a move, a plan, a narrative to spin. Whether it's an Oprah bombshell, a wine promo, or a denial dropped in People magazine, there's always a strategy behind it, always a PR machine humming in the background. But you know what PR can't fix? Lack of trust. And right now, people don't trust them. The world sees through the polished beach pics and perfectly timed wine launches. Without authenticity, even the best PR campaign falls flat. So here they are, standing at a crossroads. Meghan's star is dimming faster than anyone expected. Harry's public image is still stuck in recovery mode. And the royal connection, the one thing that gave them global relevance in the first place, is hanging by a thread. The question isn't, will they bounce back? It's, will anyone care by the time they do? Because people are tired. Tired of the drama. Tired of the contradictions. Tired of the photo ops and sources close to the couple, spinning stories left and right. At the end of the day, people don't want another glamorous press release. They want truth. They want consistency. They want to see the real Harry and Meghan, not the curated PR-filtered version that appears only when it's convenient. But until they figure that out, the headlines will keep coming, the photos will keep flopping, and the silence from William, that'll only grow colder. So buckle up. This royal drama, it's far from over. It's far from over. It's